everyone, and welcome to episode 21 of the Road to 2000 series. Let's start a game, and yeah, we're up to 1965 from last episode, and we're playing against a 2010. Okay, so, we're playing against a 2000. Sorry, I was just checking OBS to make sure it worked. Oh, and they aborted the game. Okay, that's the second time during this series we've had an aborted game. I don't know why these people abort, to be honest. That's not that much lower, but I guess they probably want to gain more elo out of the game. I don't know. Anyways, let's or wait, no, not rematch. Let's hit new 10-minute game. Okay, and we get paired against the 1956. So, okay. I only gain 8 if I win, but I lose 9 if I lose. That's kind of a scam. Okay, they put the bishop out. I guess I'll bring the knight out. There's no way they're gonna play this. Yeah, they aren't gonna play that. That's a good thing for them. I think we take here. I don't know. To be honest, I'm a bit scared they're playing some like really weird gambit that I have no idea about. And yeah, hopefully they're not, because that would be very hard for me to defend against. I think we play this. I'm not even too sure, to be honest, though. This is kind of already like complicated for me. I guess let's play bishop here. Maybe we're gonna see this. No, we're probably gonna see takes. Yeah, that seems like it makes sense. Okay, yep, that's what we see. I guess let's go knight here. If they play pawn here, we'll take. And then if they take, we can take the queen. And then maybe play knight here. I'm not 100% sure just yet. Okay, they play knight here. They want to defend their pawn. I guess let's just castle. They got their pawn back, and they're arguably probably more developed than I am, but it doesn't matter too much, I don't think. If we play this, takes, no, okay, yeah, sorry, my calculation skills might be off today, because I didn't realize that they have more defenders there. So obviously we can play something like bishop here because of this fork. Maybe, knight here. No, I don't. No, that just seems kind of dumb. I guess let's go bishop here. I feel like that's a solid way to get this bishop into the game. Just pinning it to this knight. And if they hit us, then we'll slide back. And if they hit us a second time, we'll slide here, and we'll have an attacker on this pawn. And yeah, I guess we're gonna see what happens. Okay, let's slide back. And if they go here, we'll simply slide the bishop here, attack this pawn. They'll probably have to push it. If they push it, I think I take, because it opens up my dark squared bishop. Yeah, and then I guess we'll have to see what happens from there. If they go here, what will I do? Do I slide back maybe and try to reroute? I feel like that's the best idea. I'm not 100% sure. Whew. Sorry, I'm a bit tired. Yeah. Anyways, this game is already kind of like weird. I feel like they have a slight advantage here. It's hard to tell, really. Wait, they have the same elo I did last game. I hope I don't lose this, because if I lose this, I become their elo, and then if they have the +9, then they actually become my elo. Okay, that is what was played in the game. I guess we take here. Yeah, takes makes sense here. If they take, then maybe, what makes sense? Because I don't want them to get e6. E6 is very scary. Okay, is it worth it to take? Maybe not. No, let's play knight here. That seems very solid. Or does it? Wait a minute. If we play something like takes, and then they play takes, it actually gets a little bit scary. No, not really, because we just escape with the queen. Yeah, so, I'm not 100% sure what to do here. Maybe knight here. I mean, yeah, we kind of have to open up this position, so I guess let's go for it. And there's no reason to give him the d file automatically. So yeah, let's just go knight here and try to trade off these knights. If the knight goes here, then I guess what will we play? I'm not 100% sure yet, but we'll look into that at some point. I really hope they don't play this. That move scares me a little bit. If they do play this though, then I guess we'll take. They'll take back. And I guess, you know, the king slides there. Their bishop's on a nice square, but it's actually not like the worst thing in the world. I could see them playing knight d5. After all that, I'm not 100% sure though. If they go here, and I take, and then they takes. Okay, they actually just go knight there automatically. I didn't expect that, to be honest. Now I think I play check though. Yeah, I think check is a good move here. Let's go for it. Check. Yeah, check. We might see bishop here, or knight here actually. Or sorry, knight here. Those are the only two ways really they can prevent a bunch of trades from happening. If they play something like king here, we simply have this fork, and it's gonna end up really good for us because we're gonna pick up an exchange. Okay, they go king there. I guess that does avoid the idea. I think maybe do we just slide the king over perhaps? It seems solid. I'm not 100% sure what to do here. Maybe we do slide the king. Let's get the king off of that scary diagonal. Although if king here, pawn h4, I don't know. Maybe that's a little bit bold to allow. I don't know. This is getting kind of weird, like this position. Wait, here? If here, then I guess there's like this, and that looks solid. So yeah, you know what? I'm gonna go for this. I'm scared that there's like some sort of knight sacrifice ideas, but I don't think it works. I mean, obviously it doesn't work right now because there's like 3 defenders, so yeah. My headphones keep making the annoying like cranking sound. I don't know if it's on the video or not, but if it is, then I apologize. And if it's not, then it's just kind of hurting my ears. Okay, the pawn goes there. Now I think we do play f4. f4 seems solid. Yeah, I kind of like this. Or sorry, f5, not f4. Oh, but if we go here, actually, we give him a pass pawn. Maybe that's not a good idea to do just yet. Do we go h5? I don't know. It's kind of a struggle position. Maybe we go knight here. Yeah, let's go knight here, try to get some trades. I like this. Yeah, let's do it. Let's do this. Alright. We might see takes. And if the queen ever takes, we'll simply take back with a rook. And yeah, I mean, I'm kind of liking this. I feel like I'm able to hold on. Okay, they take. Now the question is, do I play queen takes or bishop takes? I think I play bishop takes. Bishop takes seems to make a lot more sense. Let's do it. We obviously can't take the queen there because they would take our bishop with check. So yeah, I mean that would be a bad mistake. But I didn't even have plans to do that anyway. So yeah, okay, they play bishop there. They're trying to pin. Maybe I just go knight here, perhaps. Maybe I take. Wait a minute. Wait, I think that's like a really good move. Yeah, wait, this just wins material. Yes. Okay, I think I'm winning now. Or at least I'm up a pawn. That's really good. Because this bishop doesn't have a second defender. If they take, we take their queen. Yes. Okay, this is pretty good. I'm feeling a lot more happy now about my position. Okay, they take. Let's take with the queen. I think taking with the queen is better here. Okay, we might see this takes and then rook here. Okay. Yeah, let's just take that. And now if rook here, we might actually play this. No, actually there's no real reason. Or maybe there is. Bishop here, rook here. That seems like a dumb thing to allow. How about we go rook b8, or rook d8, sorry. Rook d8. Yeah, I like rook d8. Rook d8 seems really good here. We also have bishop pair, which is kind of nice. Okay, and I don't know what this knight's gonna do, to be honest, but I might trade off for it. so that it's like same color bishops? I don't know yet. I guess we'll see what happens down the road. If this knight ever moves and like this rook, let's say, finds its way to take this pawn, then that's gonna end up pretty good for us. Okay, that doesn't look like the right move to play. I guess there are ideas to take, and but I feel like I trapped them there. Let's go here. Yeah, let's try to get some pieces traded off the board. Bishop here. And I do think I am winning here, but if I'm not winning, it's at least drawing. Alright, let's go here. If they take, we're going to push this pawn. And it looks like they're going to get trapped there. I do need to, at some point, make a left for my king. I think that's what the chess term is called. I might be wrong on that, but yeah, I've got to make a way for my king to not get back ranked. Maybe I can simply do that with just h6, or maybe, or sorry, wait, g6 actually, g6 or h6, I'm not 100% sure. Maybe h6, so that there isn't like an open diagonal right here. I'm not 100% sure. Or maybe g6, so that my pawns are on light squares. Yeah, I kind of like that. I like that a bit more. Let's go for that. Our rook nicely cuts this king off right here. But I could see them trying to get a rook trade, maybe. I'm not 100% certain. Okay, let's go king g7. That seems solid. Yeah, let's go king g7. Or do we? Wait a minute. Maybe we play c6. Yeah, c6 seems very solid, actually. Let's go c6. This pawn is gonna have a hard time getting attacked by the opponent. And, like, all of these squares are kind of, like, covered in a way. Okay, wait, they go for that. I guess they're trying to push that pawn over. Let's play rook here. Now that we've, like, allowed this. And now we cover that square very nicely. There's only 2 pieces left on dark squares. Okay, now I think we play this. Rook here. Yeah, I like that. Rook here. I don't think our rook's gonna get trapped, but, I mean, there's always a chance. If rook here, maybe bishop here. Or bishop here. Wait, bishop here, bishop here. No, wait, let's go bishop here. Yeah, I like this move a lot more. Yeah, bishop here. Or maybe, wait a minute, pawn here, right? That seems solid. Or maybe, okay, wait, bishop here. Yeah, bishop here, rook here. And then we're threatening to play b5. And I know the rook looks like it's kind of trapped, but I do think this is actually going to turn out pretty good. I don't see what they have. If they go bishop here, then I'm going to move the king so that there's no discovery. But besides that, I believe that this is, like, really good. Even with the discovery, there actually isn't much, but I think I should just in case. Okay, they go pawn there. Now I think I should just take. Yeah, because why not? If they play rook takes, then I will trade. And I think it's going to end up pretty good. Okay, yep, let's trade. Alright. And now I guess let's bring the king over. Yeah. Bring the king over. They might push this, they might sack the pawn. I don't really know what they're gonna do here though. Actually, it's still kind of a tough position though. There might still be like a draw somewhere. I'm not 100% certain. They might go bishop here. I don't know. Bishop here, takes, king here, king here, king here. Okay, they're moving the bishop over. I don't fully see their plan just yet. Okay, they go bishop there. What are they trying to do? I'm not 100% certain. Maybe bishop here. I mean, that kind of allows the king to jump in. But then we go after the g pawn, and then we go after the h pawn. Yeah, I like this. I like this. Yeah, we might see king here. We might actually see king here. But it does look like my king's going to be able to jump in at some point. Obviously, I don't want to just yet, because I don't want to allow him to go to d8. But yeah. Oh, wow, and look, this bishop is almost trapped. Wait, this like, almost traps the bishop? Here. Bishop here. And then pawn here. If they take, we march in. Wait a minute, does this work? No, it doesn't. It doesn't just yet. So wait, let me look into this. No, because the king eventually gets to this square. Okay, so let's go here. Let's go here. Go after that g-pawn, because that g-pawn is very weak. Okay, yep, that makes sense. We're probably going to see takes. Okay, and now let's take this pawn. And this is a very intense endgame. I'm just gonna say that. It's a very intense endgame, but I think I probably have a slight lead here. Okay. They want to play h4, I think. Let's go king here. Yeah, I like king here. The thing is, if we can block all their pawns on dark squares, then that's like really good. Maybe we should have played h5. Okay, let's play h5 now. Now, no matter what, these pawns are gonna be stuck on dark squares. Okay, yeah, that pawn's now stuck on a dark square. And now, okay, let's go here. If king here, then we play this. Yeah, now the king is getting in. And there's a protective barrier right here. The only way in is by, like, marching your way over. And that takes, like, 4 moves. So, yeah, this is going to be very tough for them. Okay, let's go here. Now, yeah, now we're targeting this pawn. Okay, can we take this safely? Yes, I think we can. Wait, let's do some calculations. Takes. King here. Yeah, this pawn pushes and it's way too fast. Yes, okay. We have a minute on the clock. We should be able to do this. Alright, takes. Alright. Check. We don't want to just let the king get in meaninglessly. If they go down, we win, I think. Alright, let's go here. Alright, let's go here. And now we're going to pick up this pawn. Alright, let's take it. F5. Alright, let's go king here. And now they have to go down and we push. Okay, or they can go there, I guess. But yeah, our pawn is too fast. There we go. Alright, we can go check and we can defend our pawn. Alright, let's go here. Alright, let's go here. And now there's no way for them to defend their pawn. Alright, let's take. This time I'm going to play this much faster. But not too fast, of course, because we don't want to stalemate. They have b6 there. Alright, let's push again. Now we have them in a small area. Okay, let's go here. Alright. And now we go here. And now we have this. There we go. Okay, that was such an intense game, but thank goodness I was able to smoothly convert that a lot easier. Okay, they resigned with mate in 1. That's kind of funny. But yeah, okay, we're back up to 1973. So yeah, I guess let's game review that game and see what went right. Okay, so here's the game. I played at an 86.1% accuracy apparently, but it does look like there was a point where I did blunder a draw, but it wasn't really in the long endgame part. It was more or less in the short endgame part. But okay, anyways, up to about this point, the position was still about equal, and it does look like there was a point, yeah, right here. It was like +1 for them, so their position was quite a bit better here. I guess king h8 was just not a good move. What did they want here? It was just really hard to find a breakthrough. Knight a5. Oh, because you knock like I think you knock the bishop off of this like diagonal, and then maybe you're able to start adding pressure to the knight. I don't know, but this move does make sense. I do kind of understand it. It does look like there's like b4, but I think after takes you actually just win a pawn. So yeah, b4 is not really an option there. But yeah, that's an interesting move. I'm surprised I mean, I'm not surprised I didn't see that. That's kind of a complicated move. But anyways, after they played c3 and lost advantage, I actually gave him quite a bit of advantage back with knight e7, and they took. But then they played this really big blunder right here because I had knight xc3. And from this point on, it was either like positionally better but still a draw, or it was winning. And okay, right here, I'm not supposed to take the knight. I just kind of like the idea of having same color bishops because I felt like with the pawn advantage, it'd be nice. But I'm curious what they wanted here. They just wanted rook takes. I mean, I guess. I just didn't like the idea of them having a knight that could access both colors on the board. But I think that's fair enough, to be honest. If I had more time on the clock, maybe I would have played that. Or maybe I would have, like, not traded off there. But anyways, over time, this c6 move is not the best, but I did find the right follow-up. And then I got my rook here. And eventually I played bishop c5. I think they just wanted bishop b4 immediately, perhaps? Yeah, they did. Okay. I guess that's fair enough, to be honest. It's a logical move. But anyways, yeah, I played bishop c5, and then I just slid the rook back. Of course, that was the only real move there. And then from this point on, I actually was, like, the only person who had advantage, or, like, chances of winning here. And it's simply because I was up a pawn, and, like, the most important part, this king was, like, cut off from everything. It would have taken a really long time for this king to even get close. And even if it did, like, during that time, I would just collect all these pawns. So, yeah, I mean, it was just, like, a really overpowered position. And then I put bishop d2. They didn't like this move that much. I don't know why. Oh! You know what? I underestimated the a-pawn. I thought the a-pawn was bait, but actually this a-pawn was probably what could have helped me promote. Oh, man. Okay, that's kind of a bad miss, to be honest, by me. But anyways, I was able to pick up this pawn, and eventually, where did I get, like, my winning position? It was about here. Yeah, once my king got over here and took this, and then they traded off the bishops, which just made the position much easier. And eventually, I used this, like, h and g pawn as bait, and then and then eventually I just pushed the g pawn all the way up the board, and eventually I made a queen, and even though I had, like, 40 seconds on the clock, I was eventually able to set up this checkmate. And yeah, I mean, it's always nice to be able to recognize patterns like that, set up a checkmate really quickly so that I don't have to worry about time trouble. But yeah, that game was definitely pretty nice for me. So I'm very happy I was able to win this game and put my elo back up to 1973. And yeah, I mean, hopefully we win the next one. So anyways, thank you guys so much for watching this video, and goodbye!